Yeah, hi gang. Thought I'd do another video while we're in our fifth lockdown here in Melbourne, Australia. This is regarding classifying material for what would be either used in Frankenpan or coming soon in another video. I'll just turn it around. Frankensluice. Be scared, be very scared. But anyway, it's not about that today. So yeah, this is the classifying video. The method I use, obviously we'll all choose our best methods. Nothing is better other than the others, but you find what works best for you. So in this instance I use 3 rectangle buckets, and they're a good size because I'm aware you can get 20 litre round buckets and all that stuff, and even the really large 2-handled buckets. But I need to store stuff when I go away camping and prospecting. So I can put 3 buckets, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, they can all stack into the same pile. I take out all this stuff, and then I've got my moving tools to get it over to Frankenpan or Frankensluice. But to start off with, I wanted to kind of get it as fine as I could, so I bought this little guy off eBay. It was only about $10. I'm not quite sure if it's 1/4 inch the grade, but gets it pretty fine, so that's pretty cool. And it sits above what is a sieve really nicely. Now the sieve, I've got 4 magnets that I bought from the local hardware, and I may use garden wire, which I've used here on the edge, to attach them permanently into the sieve, with the idea being that they will grab the black sands and some of the magnetic heavies before they get into the bottom of this bucket here, and which will then be used as a really fine pay dirt solution to go into either the pan, Frankensluice or Frankenpan. So but I did use this the other week, and look, it was only a cheap sieve, but I've got the feeling even if you paid $20, $30 instead of $5, you would still have the same problem, which is the wire coming out from underneath the framework. So I spent a bit of time, because I've got a bit of time lately, and I used garden wire and wrapped it right around what was already detached from the frame at the rear here. It was still pretty good at the front, but what I was having the problem with is that while I was classifying with this one into this mixture here, standing in a creek which was kind of flowing reasonably quick, there was not confusion but a little bit going on, and quite often this would slip down into the bucket, and all my material which hadn't been finely sieved would be in the bucket, and it would create just a whole lot of crap in the bucket. So I had to figure out how to make the sieve more reliable and not fall apart. As I said, garden wire. Then I wanted to get the heavies out, so we bought a couple of magnets from the local hardware chain, which is called Bunnings here in Australia. And the other part was, it occurred to me I could do like a little bit of a stop grab thing here with a few bolts on each of what are existing parts of the framework on the sieve. And as it turns out, I did have, oh hang on, that's a bit better. I did have some bolts that were appropriate to go straight into it, and there's one bolt underneath and a little lock nut bolt under that, and it works perfectly. It sits in there, as you can see, it grabs here, the frame here. It's a little bit of a weak point, but I'm pretty confident it will last. So that's my classifying system, and it gets it right down into a thin, fine mixture. And by adding the magnets, which I would probably garden wire in, the green stuff being garden wire, which look, for $3 you get 3 rolls from the hardware. It's a bargain. So, and I can attach the magnets permanently and refine the pay dirt that goes through here into the bucket even better. So anyway, as I said, we all have our methods, and this is mine. It's just another lockdown project. Do something in the 5th lockdown here in Melbourne until I can go out gold prospecting. But because it's winter and the creeks are up, it's a good fun time to actually be using the gold pan. I've got a metal detector, a new one, which I'm really hanging out at the fangs to use, but I'm also looking forward to prospecting with the gold pan, because it's quite a buzz to discover some gold in your pan. Anyway, that's my classifying system. It's made to suit the front of my HiAce van. It lives in the passenger side on the floor, and in amongst all my other junk it fits in nicely. I've got 3 buckets and that's enough to keep me busy for a while. Alright, cheers.